HighLevel is an awesome platform, but you do need to know what you're getting into once you sign up for it. In this video, I'm going to be sharing all of that, including 3 traps that you need to make sure you don't fall into. Hi there, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, my name's Jay and I test out platforms like HighLevel so you don't have to. My job is to help you pick, use and master the right tools for your business. Now in this video, we are going to be covering the HighLevel pricing, traps you need to avoid falling into, and also the various bonuses that you can take advantage of to help you launch your business. If you're keen to get started with HighLevel right away, do check the link in the description below. You'll find an extended 30-day free trial for the Pro plan. And if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing to the channel. Your support means the world to me. Now with that said, let's get into it. So HighLevel was initially created for digital marketing agencies, but since then it has become a go-to for many different business owners, and over the years HighLevel has leaned into that more and has provided more features that serve that demographic. So it is a complete business operating system. What that means is it has all the features you need to run a business online, and it replaces the need to have lots of different subscriptions for separate tools and also the need to mess about with integrations. So from that perspective, HighLevel is a great platform because you get a lot of value for your money. Now, I will jump into pricing in just a second, but there is one important thing that I do want to make you aware of, and that is that HighLevel is perfect if you want to serve clients and sell services. It is not the best platform to choose if you want to sell digital products. Now, it definitely facilitates that because it has the tools. For example, if I jump into a sub account here, you've got the memberships area where you can build courses and set up communities. Now, I feel like this works okay in conjunction with a service-based business, but if all you want to do is sell courses, then use a platform specifically for that purpose, Kajabi, Learn Worlds, whatever, because the features on those platforms are way more advanced than anything within HighLevel. HighLevel was built to sell services, and that is exactly what it excels at. So think about what you want to do with your business, what you want to sell, and if HighLevel fits into that, great. If it doesn't, if you want to sell products, then I recommend looking elsewhere. Now, the only exception to that rule is selling HighLevel itself as a white labeled SaaS, but that is really for more advanced users of the platform, and I don't think it's something you would get into right away unless you already know how the platform works and how to set that up. Let's get into pricing now. HighLevel has 3 plans. It's got the starter plan at $97 a month, unlimited at $297 a month, SaaS Pro at $497 a month. And if you pay annually, then you do get a 20% discount. Now, I think one mistake that a lot of people make when they sign up for platforms is that they feel like they need to take the most expensive plan because otherwise they're not going to access the features they need in order to run the business successfully. That's not true with HighLevel. Pretty much all the features on any plan are unlimited. Now, the exception with the starter plan is the number of sub-accounts that you can have. So this really translates to the number of clients you can have because you would set up a sub-account for each of your clients. So let's say you set up a sub-account for your own business, you can then set up another 2 for other clients. And then really you'd only need to upgrade when you take on more clients, or you can use all 3 sub-accounts for clients. It's up to you. So that is really the only restriction of this plan. So upgrading to the unlimited plan, of course, gives you unlimited sub-accounts, but you also get API access and you can white label your sub-accounts with your branding or your client's branding, however you want. And then the SaaS Pro plan, you only need that if you want to sell HighLevel as a SaaS product. Okay, so that means you can essentially brand the entire HighLevel platform as your own, set your pricing plans, and then sell it to as many people as you want. So I would say this is for advanced users, and if all you want to do is sell services to clients, then you only need the starter or the unlimited plans. And then if you are using HighLevel for your own business only and you don't plan to take on clients, then all you need is the starter plan. You do not need the unlimited or the SaaS Pro plan whatsoever. Now, although this pricing is incredibly reasonable, especially considering the number of features you get, I do want to make it very clear that this isn't likely all that you're going to be paying, because there are extra costs as well, depending on which features you choose to activate. Now, there are small usage fees for using emailing, sending emails, and also sending and receiving text messages, making phone calls. I mean, that's perfectly normal and standard. But many people think that when they sign up and they want to use the AI agents, for example, they don't realize that they're going to be paying extra for that as well. Now, there is a per usage fee, or you can just pay $97 a month on top of your subscription fee for unlimited usage. Now, bear in mind that's per sub account, not for all of them. So if you want to create AI agents for 4 separate clients, you will have to pay this $97 charge for all of them. Now, of course, you can charge that to the client, but it is an extra cost that you may not have been expecting. Another example I want to show you is here in the add-ons tab in the agency account. You pay extra for priority support and account setup if you want to white label the mobile app. And this one's super important. If you work in the healthcare industry, you are going to be paying a whole lot extra for HIPAA compliance. It doesn't come as part of the platform as standard. And then over here in the prospecting tool, this is where you can use it to find potential clients within a specific area. You can see here you get 5 reports free every month, but if you want more, you're going to end up paying an additional $29 a month. So you can see how those costs can quickly add up, especially if you're using a lot of different features within the HighLevel platform. Using WhatsApp, for example, that's going to cost you at least $10 extra a month. So although these fees are reasonable, don't forget there are likely to be extra charges. So that is something to consider, especially when you're looking at your budget and what you want to pay overall for a platform. Now, I'm not saying all of this to put you off, because it's still going to be significantly cheaper than if you paid for all of these tools on separate platforms. I'm just doing it to ensure that you're going into HighLevel with the right expectations of what to pay. Because I think a lot of people go, oh, you sign up, you get everything for $97 a month and that's it. It's so affordable, it's this, that and the other. And it's just not true. You are likely to pay extra. So please do bear that in mind, especially when you select which type of features you want to start using first. Okay, so that's the pricing covered. Now I want to share with you 3 traps that first-time users tend to fall into when they sign up to HighLevel. And I'm telling you these because I want to make sure that you don't do the same thing. The first trap that new users fall into is thinking that HighLevel is plug and play. If you listen to other people out there, they tell you that HighLevel is really simple to use and easy to set up. It doesn't have to be complicated, but it can be. And you have to take steps to make sure things are set up properly before you can start using them. HighLevel is infrastructure. Think of it as like one of those massive Lego sets with thousands of pieces. You can't admire or use the final result until you have put all the pieces in their place. For example, if you want to send out emails, you need a dedicated domain. You also have to follow the HighLevel warm-up process, which means you can only send out a few emails per day, which gradually ramps up over time. You also have to make sure you're following their best practices to ensure your emails actually get sent properly. Similarly, with the phone system, that's a whole setup process as well. You have to purchase numbers. If you want to send outbound SMS messages, you need to get A2P registered. And then you also have to get your outbound SMS marketing templates approved. And the same goes for WhatsApp as well. It's the same verification process for the phone numbers that you use. If you plan to create sales funnels, websites, sales pages, all of those things, you have to make sure that they are conforming to regulatory requirements. So that's privacy laws like GDPR. HighLevel provides the tools for you to be able to do that, but it's down to you to make sure that your pages conform to those compliance rules. And then you also have things like the AI agents. Yes, they're fairly simple to set up, but it takes a hell of a lot of testing to actually make sure they do what you want them to do. So, like I said, it's not plug and play. Automation is another one. Yes, it's incredibly powerful. It can do almost whatever you want, but it's up to you to create those automated workflows, and make sure they work, because it just takes one broken link for an entire marketing campaign to fall on its knees. So yeah, it does take some technical know-how, and if you don't have that technical know-how, then expect the learning curve to be quite large and a little bit frustrating at times. Once you're in the flow and once everything's set up, then yes, it becomes a lot easier, but it is something to bear in mind when you first start using the platform. You're not going to be able to just open your account and then start using it right away. Again, I am not saying this to put you off. I am saying it to make sure you go into the platform with the right expectations and that you're not going to be making sales immediately. You are going to have to go through a significant setup process in order to get started. Trap number 2 is trying to use everything all at once. Don't do that. There's over 300 features, like I said. If you try and use them all at once, you're going to get completely overwhelmed. Start with what you specifically need in order to reach your first goal and master it first. That's going to simplify things, it's going to cut down your setup time, and it's going to make you feel like you can have control over the platform and that it's just not going to completely overwhelm you. Think about it, if you're trying to focus on how all of these different features work, then you're not actually concentrating on the one thing that's going to make your business money. Zero in on that, concentrate on that, and just set up the things you need to in order to achieve that goal. For example, if you want to set yourself up as a booking agent, then learn the calendars feature. You just need a simple sales page in order to sell your services, and then you might set up a couple of automations in order to send out emails, SMS marketing messages, whatever. Keep it simple. Keep it simple and then gradually go from there. Once you've got that sorted, you can then turn your attention onto a different feature, learn that, build it up slowly. Remember, I said it's like a Lego set. You just want to build it piece by piece. Once every piece is in place, then the big picture is going to come into focus. Also, as a side note, it means you're not going to end up paying for features you're not actually using. If you go ahead and sign up to AI agents on the unlimited plan, but you don't actually know how AI agents work, and therefore you're not going to set them up yet, then you're paying for something you don't need. If you stick to what you are going to use, then you're only going to pay for what you are actually using, and you're not wasting money. Trap number 3 is skipping strategy before you sign up to the platform. You need to validate your business idea and understand whether or not it's actually going to work and if it's going to make you money. And you have to work out exactly how you're going to find your audience, how you're going to gather leads. If you don't do all that work up front, then HighLevel's going to be redundant because it's just the tool. You need to have the strategies in place in order to understand how you're going to use the HighLevel features to make those strategies play out in reality. So that means you need to determine exactly what you are going to sell, what sort of services, what kind of product. Then you need to test the market to see if there actually is a willing audience out there who will buy it. And then you need to work out exactly how to reach that audience. What are the best marketing methods to use? How do they prefer to be contacted? You need to do all of that work up front, because otherwise you're just going to be playing around with a HighLevel platform without any idea of why you're doing it. Get all that done up front, then sign up to the platform, and you'll be ready to get going straight away. Also, make sure that the thing you decide to sell is actually something that you want to sell. I think it's really easy to get caught up with these online gurus that say, oh, you can make $10,000 a month acting as a booking agent or managing businesses' reputations on their behalf. You know, it sounds appealing, but in reality, is it actually something you're going to enjoy doing? Because if it isn't, you're going to find it way more difficult. Pick something you actually care about, pick something that actually interests you, and that is going to make the entire process so much more enjoyable and a lot easier, because you're going to be more motivated to actually carry the whole idea out to fruition. So those are the 3 traps new users do tend to fall into, so now you know about them and you can avoid them yourself. Remember, HighLevel is powerful, it's not magical, it does involve a significant amount of setup. You are going to have to make sure you don't get distracted by all the other features on the platform, stick to only what you need, and get your business strategy in place before you even sign up to the platform itself. So now we move on to the final section, which is bonuses. Now, we could all do with a little helping hand when we first set up our business, and there are a few little things hidden within the platform that you can use to your advantage. So I'm just going to go over those now quickly so you know where to find them. The first bonus I want to talk about has everything to do with the free trial. Now, clicking the link below is already going to get you an extended free trial for 30 days. That's more than the standard trial, which can be found on the HighLevel website, which is 14 days. But did you know that the free trial can actually be extended twice? Now, using the 2 trial extensions along with the extended 30-day free trial is going to give you 58 days in total. That's plenty of time to learn how the platform works and get all your setup stuff out of the way. Now, to find it, you need to be in the agency view of your account, hop down into settings and then billing, and here are your subscription details. Now, just click on modify cancel and you can see the trial extension option here. Now, at the moment, you can see I can't actually access it, and that's because I currently have more than 7 days left on my current free trial. When it becomes less than that, this option will be available, and then I'll be able to access an extension of 14 days. When there are less than 7 days remaining on that, I can then extend it again for another 14 days. So that's 58 days in total. Make sure you take advantage of that because you really want to make sure the platform is set up exactly how you need it to be before you start paying for your subscription. Now, the second bonus I want to make you aware of is the free onboarding call that you get as soon as you sign up for an account. It will appear down here in the right-hand corner and you simply click to join it. You are connected live to a HighLevel expert. You can ask questions and they can give you guidance and support. It's definitely worth doing, and since it's free, what do you have to lose? I do, however, need to point out that it's not a setup service, okay? You pay extra for that if you want that done for you. It's just to welcome you to the platform, onboard you, and make sure you're comfortable and know what to do. So that leads me quite nicely onto the third bonus, and that is something you might have noticed here. If you join the onboarding call, you get $15 instantly. Now, what is that, I hear you ask? Well, if we head over to the Launchpad here, you can see it's part of a reward system and it's designed to help you actually use the platform. So this Launchpad is tailored to whatever business type you are planning to launch, because HighLevel asks you that up front when you sign up for an account. So you'll get $15 for joining the onboarding call and you'll get $25 for completing your recommended task. And this is related to the business type. So whatever it is, you need to complete it. As you can see, I have done mine. And then if you pay for a HighLevel subscription, so if you move off the free trial and actually pay for a subscription, you'll get a further $50. So that is $90 in total. Now you can either put that towards the cost of your net subscription price, or you can use it as credit for using other services, AI agents, emailing, so on and so forth. So it's a nice little kickback just for getting started on the platform. So again, make sure you unlock all of those rewards and that you definitely use them once you start paying for a subscription. The fourth bonus is a ton of free content, and that can be found in the University tab here. Just click to enter it and this is what it looks like. So it's set up as a community, so you're free to ask questions, ask for advice, and other users will get back to you. But over here in the Learning tab, you have a whole bunch of free courses. So these will teach you all the different platform features and how to master them. So definitely run through these if you're new to using HighLevel. And then you've got virtual events here as well, which are also free. So you've got various masterclasses that you can attend. And then we also have town halls. So these are Q&A sessions that are conducted live. So again, you can join these sessions and learn a whole lot of stuff. So this is definitely worth joining up to and taking a look through and going through all the content, because again, it's going to accelerate your learning, get you used to the platform and get your business off the ground much quicker. And I do just want to point out the 5-day challenge here. This is really great because it's designed to help you get set up within 5 days. So yeah, if you want to get it set up quickly, join the 5-day challenge and you'll be good to go. Number 5 isn't a bonus in the traditional sense, but it is going to help you and it is free to use within the HighLevel platform. So you should definitely take advantage of these as well. And it is the account snapshots tab. So if I go here into templates, what these are pre-built sub-accounts. So you're not starting from a blank page. So you can see there are a ton of business niches, and it looks like HighLevel has recently expanded the number of snapshots it has. There used to only be a few, now there are dozens. So pick the one that relates to your industry. We've got health and wellness here, and you can see what the snapshot includes. So you've got website and funnel template, offer form, email campaign templates, custom automations, which is really important because that's one of the most difficult things to set up within the platform. And you've got other templates as well, including voice AI prompts, which is really cool. So what you do is you upload the snapshot to one of your sub accounts and all of these things within it will appear there and they'll be ready for you to use. So it saves you starting from scratch. And these are common things that this particular business niche uses, and what you can just do is tweak it for you or your clients, and then it just makes the whole setup process a lot faster. But I also think that snapshots are really good for understanding how HighLevel works, because you've got, say, an email campaign already set up. You can go in and take a look at it and take a look at how everything fits together. So when you go to create your own email campaign, you're already going to have a good idea of what it's supposed to look like. Alright, so that wraps up today's video. We've covered the HighLevel pricing, you know which traps to avoid falling into, and I've covered all the bonuses that you need to make sure you take advantage of. The only thing you need to do now is sign up for a HighLevel account. If you do have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. I am more than happy to answer them. I want to make sure everyone is comfortable with the tools that they choose to use. That's all from me today. I hope you found this useful. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.